Okay, this is how I wind a center pull ball. Start out with about a foot of yarn and grasp the center so that you have about 6 inches below your hand. Extend your index finger and thumb while the rest of your fingers are grasping the tail, and wind a figure 8 about 8 to 10 times around your fingers. Grasp the center of this figure 8. So I've got the tail hanging below. I'm grasping the center, taking it off my fingers, and I'm folding the 2 halves of the figure 8 towards the tail that's hanging down, keeping a good grasp on that center bunch of yarn, that figure 8 that you folded in half. Start wrapping. Keep your index finger in there so that your yarn is covering your whole finger and that center bunch of yarn until it gets pretty thick. You can see it's getting pretty thick already. Okay. You can pull your finger out now, so it's got a nice little beehive of yarn with the tail hanging down. Don't lose that center. Keep your thumb pushed in the middle of the ball where the tail is. Keep your index finger on the outside and start wrapping again. Now you can do this from a swift, or you can wrap the skein around your knees or around a chair or whatever's comfortable. Sometimes I use a swift. Okay, so once you've got a nice good sized ball of yarn about this big, you want to start doing sort of a diagonal wrap. And I'll show you why. This is, while you're doing this, it covers the outside wraps so that, see, I give it about a quarter turn. Keep doing a diagonal wrap from the top portion to the bottom, but in a diagonal pattern, and you're going around in a circle. Don't worry if it starts looking a little funky at first, because as you wrap, it'll start looking more like a ball. Keep it a little loose. Always keep one finger under the yarn as you're wrapping. That'll keep the ball a little bit softer. Do another quarter turn. Each time I do a quarter turn, I take my index finger out, and then I start wrapping over that index finger again. The thumb is always staying in the middle, and that keeps you centered, so you know where the center of your center pull ball is going to be, and then you don't lose the tail. So every time I turn a quarter turn, take my index finger out, turn it, and keep doing that diagonal wrapping motion with my thumb still in the center of the ball. I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle, but you get the idea. So I won't do all 200 yards of yarn, but I'll kind of get to a stopping point so you can see what it looks like. You can see that hole is still there. The yarn is still popping out of that center. Keep your thumb in that hole and keep making that diagonal pattern as you go around. Quarter turn. And I guarantee you will not have any tangles as you use the center pull ball. A good reason for making a center pull ball is so you can check the quality of the yarn, make sure there's no knots in it. You can see if there's any little bumps or nubs or strange little things in the yarn that you don't like, and deal with those before you're in the middle of knitting your garment. And also you can make a center pull ball that you're comfortable with, that'll sit nicely on a flat surface. The yarn pulls out very smoothly and you can just knit away. Nice little center pull ball.